Everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and today I am back with a tutorial. Now, a couple of things. It's not my idea. I saw this on another channel. I'm sure she's called Your Crafty BFF, or Bethany Your Crafty BFF, but I will put the link to her video below. I saw it a couple of months ago and I thought, that is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I've got to make it. So I've made it. Another quick thing, it's a bit of a long video, not because it's hard, it's honestly just because it's done in stages, so it takes a little bit of time to film each stage. But I'm going to show you this. You don't need any dies, there's no chipboard, it's just card and paper. How adorable is this? Oh my god, I love this. It is just the cutest little thing. Really simple to make. The little drawer opens up, you can store little bits or whatever you want in your drawer. You could even put little things on the shelf. It just all depends what you're going to use it for. For me, I'm just going to display it in my craft room. The one Bethany made, she didn't have this bit. I added this because I wanted to put little feet on mine. So I added that. But isn't this just the sweetest thing you've ever seen? So I'm displaying mine on here, which hopefully you can see that, yeah, mine is just on there. So if you stay tuned, I will show you how easy it is to create. Alright, so let's get cracking with this box. Now, for the time being, I have got 5 pieces of cardstock which measure all the same. Now I'm using 300 GSM. It's Craft UK card. It's the only one I use for boxes and stuff. I will put the link under the video. It's just the most beautifulest quality. So we are going to score on the short side, which is the 4.5 inches. We're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 2.5 and 4. Do that with another piece. 1/2, 2, 2.5, 4.5. Now the third piece, again the same, 1/2, 2, 2.5, 4. Turn it to the long side this time, the 6-inch side, and we have 1, 2 score lines here. So at 1/2 inch you're just going to score down to the second score line. So 1, 2, 1/2 inch down to the second score line. I hope you can see. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So at 5.5 inches you're going to score down to the second score line. You're going to do the same on another piece. So short side, 1/2, 2, 2.5, 4. Long side, 1/2 inch to the second score line, and 5.5 inches to the second score line. That's what we should have. The last piece, again on the short side, it's the same. It's 1/2 inch, 2, 2.5 and 4. The long side is just 1/2 inch all the way down, 5.5 inch all the way down. So put this last one away, and the ones with these 1/2 inch score lines away. So at the minute we've just got the first 2 that we did. So just fold and burnish them both. So just glue or tape, whatever you prefer. Just glue this like a little box. Same with the other one. So these will be your two sides. Take the two pieces which have the half-inch score line down to the second score line. Again, fold and burnish them, but don't bother touching that half score line, because what you're going to do with my scissors is you're going to remove this. So you're going to cut up this half-inch score line to the second score line where we scored it to, and then you're going to go diagonally across to there. You're going to do the same on the other one. Cut up the score line that you put in and go diagonally across. So you should have this. I'll turn it this way. Same with this one. So you should have these now, and then we are just going to glue it together by putting glue down here. Same with this one. Should have two like this, two like this. So these will be the sides which will go up, which will go in here. Now we will have gaps here, however you can sort them out. So this is, let me measure this, it is 1.5 inches. So if we cut a piece, some pieces of card, 4 actually, which are 1.5 inches wide by say 1 inch in length, and score them in the middle, we can then hide these little gaps, because I think it probably would be better. So let me get my trimmer and some scrap card. So 4 pieces which are 1 inch by 1.5 inches on the 1 inch side, score at 1/2 inch, so you will end up with these. So when we come to put these in here, instead of having this gap, you can take one of the pieces, glue it in here, and then when this goes on, it will hide the gap. I'll show you what I mean. So if we put some glue on there, glue that in there. Then you're going to want glue on there, and also glue on these two side pieces which are sort of hanging over. And then you're going to put this over here. And you're going to glue it like that, and it will hide the gaps. There'll just be like a piece of card there instead, which looks a lot better than gaps. Do you see? So if you take this piece, your other piece, you want to pop it here because you want your seams to be at the back of the little bookcase. If they're too wide, you can just trim a little bit off. Okay. And we want a bit of glue on here and on the insides of our little sort of flaps there, and then this will go in here. So much neater, isn't it? There we go. And then the same this side, we're going to want, I'll trim a little bit off the sides actually. So just do the exact same what you've done on the two other bits. There we go. Now for the back, I want to have a nice fancy paper on mine, and I've chose this beautiful pad which is Floral Pavilion. Of course, choose whatever you've got. I've been saving this, and I've been saving it for what I do not know. Oh goodness me, I'm going to have to go for this. It's kind of like a sort of French sort of style, I think, isn't it? Oh goodness me, I love this pad. So this will be 6 by 6 obviously. So yes, if we just cut it to 6 by 6, glue on the back. Get it the right way around actually. There we go. Paper is just absolutely stunning. So the shelf, take your other piece, fold and burnish. So the middle score lines, make these into little tabs. I need smaller scissors over here, but I haven't brought any. Right, cut one of these pieces off, one of the tabs off. We don't need them on both sides. Make this one into another tab. Right, basically going to be a little box where we're going to put the tabs in, close it, and this is going to be our shelf, so it's really, really easy. So glue on here. And you want put your little tabs down, bit of glue on that, fold that over, just like if you were making a little box. Glue this down over the top. There we go, so that's what you should have, just a little box. And this with a bit of luck should fit in here. You see, so that is going to be our little shelf which we can glue in. So seam, glue the part with the seam on the back so it's just flush there, and then obviously decide where you're going to have it, in the middle, or it's up to you. Just try and get it straight, obviously. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Looks pretty good. Alright, so I have started putting some of the paper just on the two sides, so you want it to be just under 1.5 by just under 6, and these, the little pieces, I'm going to show you what I did or what I'm doing to get them. So I've cut them to just under 1/2 inch by just under 6 inches, and I've just mitered them as well, because obviously, you know, I wanted to try and look as best as it can. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So 1/2 inch, just under 1/2 inch, just under 6. And for example, when we put them on here, because it's slightly skinnier than the box, I can see here where the line is, so I just roughly draw the little pencil line of the sort of miter, and then just snip them. And I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just kind of follows the shape of the shadow box really, and then just glue them down. So there we go, that's not bad. Just glue them on there. So I'll quickly glue them. Alright, so for the next bit, I've made one. I'll do the other one with you. You need to make 2 of these, and what these are for is this one, for example, will sit on the top, make it look like, you know, a proper little sort of bookcase. And then we need to make another one for the bottom. So card measures 7.5 by 5.5. Score the 7.5 inch side at 1/2 inch and 7. Score the 5.5 inch side at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 3 and 5. And you're basically just going to make another little box again. Alright, so where's my little scissors? I did get little scissors this time. So this one we are going to cut away, and these two little ones we're going to make into tabs. Right, so I'm going to glue it together, and then it's just a case of cutting your papers. What's going to happen? It's because my card is really thick, so it might take a bit longer for mine to stick. Right, and then as we've been doing, I'm just making another little box again. So we want piece which is just under 6.5 by just under 2. So just under 2 inches. By just slightly under 6.5. Remember, because well, actually, yeah, we better put, I'm going to glue this down again, because if we put this on here, when we come to put our little thing on, we're going to need the paper to see. Yeah, so we will need the paper on there. I wouldn't bother putting it on the bottom. These are not stuck properly. And then you're going to want a couple of little pieces for the side as well. I'm not going to bother putting any on the back. You're going to want a long piece for front, which I might have to get another sheet because I don't know if I've got any. It's not quite long enough. I'll stick this on and then I will cut out, get another sheet. need 2 small pieces and a long piece for the front. So let me get another sheet. Right, so this is just slightly under 6.5 by slightly under 1/2 an inch. And then 2 which are slightly under 1/2 an inch by just under 2 inches. Therefore the side. And it's up to you if you want to do the back. I'm not going to bother. So that would be for there. A little stand sort of thing. And this one is going to be for the top. So I'm just going to put glue on here and we're going to glue this on. So you should have that. So now we are going to do the drawer and the base and it's done. But of course if you wanted to just have it like that, I mean, isn't that a beautiful little gift? Like I say, you don't have to make it that way, you could just leave it at that, but that is gorgeous. So I'll get the card ready. Right, so we're now going to move on to making the drawer. And I've decided to change mine up from how Bethany made hers because I want to add some like fancy feet on mine. So what we're going to need to make another one of these panels here. So if we do the panel first, so we need another piece which is 5.5 by 7.5. So on the 7.5 inch side, you're just going to score at 1/2 inch and 7. 5.5 inch side, it's 1/2 inch, 2.5, 3 and 5. Right, so that's another panel we need. Now for the drawer you need 2 pieces. One is slightly bigger, so if you take the bigger one, which should be 10 by 10.5, okay, let me get it right. So hang on, I forgot which side. Right, so put it on the 10.5 inch side and you're going to score at 2 inches and 8.5. Take it to the 10 inch side and you're going to score at 2, 4, 6 and 8. Alright, and then we have a smaller piece which is 9 3/4 by 10 1/8. So the 10 1/4 inch side, we're going to score it at 2. Let me get this right. Yeah, 2 and still 8.5. So 2 and 8.5. And then the 9 3/4 inch side, yeah, score this at 1 7/8, 3 3/4, 5 5/8, and 7.5. 7.5, and then 9 3/8. And actually we can trim that last piece off, so it actually needs to only be 9 3/8. Sorry, yeah, so cut that bit away. So yeah, it should be 10 1/4 and 9 3/8. Sorry. So go back to the larger piece. We'll put this one together first. So just fold and burnish. So you're going to cut the very end box away. So this is going to be a sort of reinforced piece for the drawer. Do that on both sides. Right, and then you want to cut up the middle here, and you want to make this into a little tab in the middle. Do the same on the opposite side. So that would be the drawer sort of holder, and this will be the actual drawer. Just do the exact same again. I will write all the measurements on my blog as well, in case you got a bit confused with the wrong size bit for the drawer. Off to one side, and we'll start with the bigger piece. So just glue these down, but actually before you do, because sometimes it might catch the score line, so you can just trim just a little piece off just to stop it from catching the score line, that's all. Just trim a little bit off. Glue that down. Okay, it's going to fold up like this, and then I'll just glue together like this. So just glue on your tab in the middle. Just glue that over there. And I'm going to glue that one on the inside. And there. Okay. Same glue on here. So now I'm going to glue that. Yeah, I'm going to glue this one on the inside. So this should be your sort of drawer holder, which this will go on like this. Okay, and then this should be the drawer. Same again, you can trim a little bit off these where they just catch the score line. everything. It's going to be inside, so you're not going to see it anyway. That in there. And your drawer is going to go through this way, so hopefully it fits. It does. So I'm putting it in the wrong way. Yes, so it fits. It's a tad tight, but it's actually, I'll just put that little bit there. Snip that bit off. That's better. So that's our little drawer. Now you want to put, this is going to be the front of the drawer, so I want some paper on this. Let me get that out. This too, just under 6.5 by 1 3/4. That is for the front of my drawer. Now I want a little handle in my drawer. I bought these from Amazon. They're like a sort of brad with a little, like a little handle, so I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate the middle and just poke a little hole through. And then it's basically just a brad really, but then, you know, it looks like a handle. And then just close that off. Gorgeous little handle. That will go in a little drawer. How sweet is that? So I want another piece for this with the same probably, so about 1 3/4 by just under 6.5. Hopefully, yep, that's pretty good. And then I obviously want some bits for the side. And that is going to glue on there. Actually, we could have got away with not bothering with the paper there. But isn't this beautiful? And then I'm going to put this other bit on here so I can put feet on mine. So probably 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. I'm going to need 2 of them. I'll cut them. Right, put them on. And then now it's going to be glue on the bottom. And I'm going to glue this on to my drawer. That is what you should have when you let it dry. Impatientness. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? That is gorgeous. I wish I could get a real one, like in this size and stuff. Okay, so the other bit, we've done these a few times. Same thing. So remove one of the ends. Make the middle one a tab. And this one a tab. Okay, so glue this one together, and I just want some little pieces of the patterned paper again. And then I've got some little metal sort of legs as well. That's why I'm adding this piece, because I wanted some feet on mine. Because if I got the damn thing straight. So this bit will go underneath, and then hopefully by popping that under there, I think that looks even better with that on the bottom. It really looks like a little mini bookcase. I'm hoping that I've got some little metal feet in here, so obviously when this gets stuck on the base, I don't know if they're going to work actually. Yeah, there we go. I can hot glue them on. Let's see, I've got a few different kinds in here. These ones are bigger. I think they're, no, that way. Oh yeah, we'll go for these ones, I think. 4 of these, and I'll put the hot glue gun on and I will be back. Okay, so I've glued the bottom piece on. I've got the hot glue gun ready, and I'm going to glue the little legs on now. So just a bit of hot glue. I just think it looks so much more elegant with these beautiful little feet on. It was a good choice choosing that actually, because now it matches the little handle. But of course you don't have to put the little feet on. If you don't have any, it's no big deal. Now that is absolutely stunning. Oh my goodness me, I am completely in love with this. My draw's a little bit iffy there, but you know, oh my goodness, that's beautiful. You've got to make one of these. I might make another actually. I'm going to display this in my craft room, but all the info will be on my blog. And I will be back again soon. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, so take care and bye for now.